Fox News alert, dozens are hurt after another mishap on a Boeing plane.
So the commercial flight was going from Sydney, Australia to New Zealand when it reportedly suffered a technical problem.
Alex Hogan joins us from London. Alex.
Good morning. So a lot of news coming out of these two separate flights, more issues for Boeing after dozens of people were wounded on just one flight alone this morning. While this flight that was departing from Sydney to Auckland did arrive at its destination, this was LATAM Airlines flight LA 800. It did arrive on schedule, but it was during the flight of this Chilean airline that it reportedly had some kind of technical issue that caused the plane to lose altitude and quite suddenly. This is a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. At least 50 people on board were injured, including both staff and the crew, as well as passengers. And they were taken to the hospital when they arrived. One person is in serious condition. Others have mild to moderate injuries. We know that, again, crew members as well as passengers were injured. So we don't know too much just yet about the extent of these wounds. We'll wait to hear a little bit more on that as they are at the hospital. But you can likely imagine some of the injuries sustained from people to hit their head on the seat in front of them when the plane suddenly lost altitude, to having bags potentially fall on them, or even people hitting the ceiling of the plane as it quickly plummeted. Now, that is on top of what these passengers likely have experienced in terms of trauma and stress. Now, Fox has reached out to this airline for comment. There's been no official word just yet. There is one positive sign, of course, that the plane did arrive at its destination, but there's already growing concerns for a broader look at some of these issues.
What I would expect from Boeing, and I think you heard it from Secretary Buttigieg, you also heard it from Administrator Whitaker, right? The expectation is Boeing's continue and look through the lens of its safety management system and ensure that, say, hey, what are we seeing? You know, safety and quality are what I think of as the social license to operate, right? So my expectation that Boeing will get to the bottom of what they need to do.
Now, this comes just after technical problems on another flight today. Flight UAL 830 left Sydney headed for San Francisco early this morning, but because of a mechanical issue, the Boeing 777 turned back from Australia and landed about 2 hours later. So again, this is just the latest in a series of difficult challenges that Boeing has had in terms of public press and fears of people getting on some of these flights. It was on March 4th that a 737 in Houston had to return, and it was just last Thursday when a Boeing 777 had a tire fall off of it while it was departing in San Francisco, which thankfully did not injure anyone on the ground but did destroy a car below. Guys, back to you.